Good morning. Hello, my name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
And together we are Bars and Bells, and this is our Saturday morning crawls, handstand, bodyweight skill practice. So thank you for joining. We've used the chat feature today, which is really exciting. We've had requests for shoulder stuff, facing the wall handstands.
Yeah, we like that.
Ankles. I can't commit we're getting to ankles, but we'll always get to our ankles if we talk about our split and just that foot position, particularly in our handstands. We don't want to do that. We want those nice pointed feet, and that takes a lot of strength. So we'll always think about feet. We'll come back to that maybe in a different practice, but we'll try to get to everything you want. So welcome to today's practice again. Handstands, let's get started. Comfortable position on the floor. I'm going to sit in a split, straddle split. Sitting up nice and tall. Anyhow you want, we're maintaining or encouraging that lumbar extension, avoiding slouching postures. Head, neck first. Extension or up, and pull your chin down, trying to bury your chin in your chest. Up, an extension, and pull down, flexing the spine. Gently, lateral flexion at the neck, center, lateral flexion at the neck. Muscles do not push. Muscles pull. So when we're doing these movements, think about pulling and creating tension for strength. Sit tall, rotations next. Grow, lifting your head tall, return to center. Grow in a rotation, lifting our top knots to the ceiling and center. And a couple again, nice and control. Lauren's favorite direction for that head and neck are the diagonals, so let's include those too. Looking straight ahead, add a rotation, looking over a shoulder, gently sniff an armpit, and then go nose to ceiling in that same place. A couple more, sniff the armpit, look up. Little sniff, not a big one. And
Especially not for you.
Then return your chin to level and return to center. Repeat to the other side. Rotation.
Whoops, sorry.
Flexion forward and extension up.
Oh.
And nice and control. I'm going to be careful of that mic. I don't want to blast your ears. And then we go up.
Just to a gentle whisper.
Just SMR. This is my SMR. Up. Return the chin to level and center. Shoulder blades. Hands in tight or extended. Tight is a little bit easier. Shrug your shoulders, push your shoulders down. As a question to yourself, where are you going to wear your shoulder blades as you do your handstand? The answer is up. Take your hand. Place it on the outside of a leg, and you might need to adjust your stance at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm too short.
At the wrist, lace your fingers together, and in this case, it's my left. My left is a little bit like that engine drive, and my wrist is being a little bit more of a rudder at this moment. I'm going in one direction, I'm going to pause, and I'm going to switch the direction, and my goodness, that feels tremendously different. What about you? For 5,
so this arm is being the guide.
4. The outside arm is being the guide or the power, and the wrist is a little bit more of a passive mobility stretch here.
That's nice.
Do the same thing on the other side. Lace fingers together. Start by doing a nice wrist roll. If you look at your radius where you would take your pulse at your wrist here, don't let that start turning over. We're maintaining the same position of the forearm as we manipulate the wrist. If you haven't switched directions, let's do that now. Switching directions, nice and control, and I can feel a clear clunk. It doesn't want to go in a certain range. We have drills for that. We can get into that at a later date too. But build that awareness and strength, resilience of wrists, particularly if you're going to try to be upside down on them. Elbows last. Sit tall as we wish. Elbows and then shoulders, I'm so sorry. So take the palms facing down, touch the shoulder tops as allowed, externally rotating, turning palms up and out front. Lauren, continue at that height. I'm going to say, oh, my shoulders can't do that or don't want to do that right away. This is what we're looking for as well. This is very much appropriate as well. If you haven't,
switch directions.
Yep, thank you, Lauren. So switch your direction. So we need to encourage safe ranges of motion, center to body or low, and then by all means, we can try to express out front. Shake that out.
Shoulders.
Shoulders. I'm going to do my shoulder car today from a lunge position. So take a second, get yourself into our first lunge here today. In our lunge, we always talk level hips going this way as our hydraulics, and then our bowl of punch that we want to make sure level as well. Back up a hair. From this lunge position, shoulder, shrug, retract, set the shoulder blade low, and again, slow overhead. Nice straight elbow. Turning in that shoulder socket, cramping up your tricep for strength on the backside of your shoulder as we rotate and then pull forward. Straighten that elbow. Reset the shoulder blade, extend through the shoulder, open up, palm towards the ceiling, pulling the armpit low, reaching the elbow high, and pulling down. Again, this could be a very awesome exercise as well. We need to make sure, thank you for the mic adjustment, we need to make sure that shoulder blade doesn't move in the back. So we're going to switch our sides here. And same thing. The shrug, retract, set low. Reach a stiff arm towards your overhead. Roll in. Stability from the shoulder blade. Can you hug your shoulder blade to your midline every movement? Make a movement with the arm shoulder, hug a shoulder blade. Look to snug up the shoulder blade as tight to the body as you can. Reset the shoulder girdle or blade. Extend to the back. Open up. Nice and slow towards your safe overhead. Pull down. Return to center.
Whew.
Lastly, T-spine. Then it's going to be Lauren's turn to take away this practice here with the core holds. Shoulder mobility again, really affected by our mobility or inability to move through this T-spine. From a quadruped position, such as here, I'd like us to first work on that same idea through the lumbar spine as we did in that hip flexor exercise. So just for a couple more, flex and extend through the lumbar, pulling tension through the floor to create core tension again. Neutralize that lumbar to look something like this versus the exaggerated cat-cow pose, say. Now pack armpits down, pull your rib cage to your hips, take a breath, engage your abdominals on the front, and keeping your chin tucked, push your sternum forward. Stay but chill. Regrip. Pack shoulders. Pull the rib cage down. Stiffen those elbows. And then keep the abs on the front turned on as we can try to shake. As we push the sternum forward.
Whoa, chill.
And relax.
It's a lot of shaking.
I know. Make it feel like safe work through the T-spine. Last repetition. Pull the rib cage down. Brace the core, and through the T-spine, push your heart forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Wiggle some of that out. Again, join some of our other practice sessions online here. We really work on that T-spine mobility to help the shoulders in our handstand and other tasks.
Shall we?
Get this fired up now. Arms, body, fully fired up. Lauren's going to fire up our core.
The hands to the floor. And just before we go anywhere, pull your shoulders down. Rotate your elbow pits forward. As far forward as they can go, keeping your shoulders down and back and your elbows straight. Now unrotate them and just re-rotate them again. Maybe get a little bit more. Push those fingers into the floor. Maybe shift your weight over into those hands like you would in your handstand. Come out of that and just shake it out for a second. We'll come back to that. First, onto your back. Hollow holds, both front and back, and then into our down dogs.
I will be doing the regressed versions or the beginner versions of these core holds. Follow me for the simplified versions of Lauren's extended tasks.
These will make you better at handstands, even if you don't like them. We are going to lie on our back. Arms up, legs up.
Move back a little bit. You move back.
Sorry.
This should be good. So again, simplified, extended task.
Connect your ribs to hips, and your head and shoulders up off the floor. 3, 2, slowly lower away from center. If you're extended out, knees are straight, toes are pointed, arms are in line with your ears. Abs are on fire, and they have to hold for another 10 seconds. This is your handstand line here. 5, 3, 2, bring everything back to center. Roll over to your stomach. Extend your arms up over your head. I'm going to look up a little bit just so I don't talk right into my mic. Tuck your chest to the floor. Legs are straight and together. Toes are pointed. Tuck your hips under so I could reach under your belly button. Push into the floor. Tuck your chin to look down and hold. I'm reaching under your belly button here. Should be lots of work. Your butts are squeezed. You're holding this for another 15 seconds.
Both head positions are okay. Looking straight ahead, looking more neutral.
5, 3,
I'd prefer to look neutral, but
2, 1. Slowly off. Bring your hands back to do a push-up. Tuck your hips, push up, either modified or regular, and then just push yourself back to that down dog. Pushing the floor away, gently trying to push your heels down, maybe bending one knee and extending. We're going to be doing our kick-ups soon, so we need these to be ready to take some load. From here, squeeze your glutes, drop through your plank, and come up to your extension or your valley here. Glutes are squeezed, chest is lifted. Now tuck your toes. I have a rope around your hips. I'm going to lift them up. Go back to your down dog.
push that floor away.
One more time. Come through the plank. Squeeze glutes. Pack shoulders. Lift up. Nice. Easy out of that. Come back onto your back. Same thing again. Back to our hollow holds.
I was doing a modified lever here, using my elbows for a little bit of extra, but again, pushing my heart forward. I'll do the same thing from that tuck position now.
Arms up, legs up, ribs to hips. Slowly extend, hold. This should be lots of work. Legs are nice and straight. If I came and pushed you, you'd be one unit. 10 more seconds here. Squeeze butts, 2, 5, 3, 2, to center. Roll over. Back to that hollow hold again. Lying on our stomach. Arms are extended. Tuck chest, tuck hips, legs together, toes pointed. Hold. I'm reaching under your belly button. I think about almost pushing down on the floor to push myself away.
And I try to suck my femurs into my hip sockets. Pull them in. Compress.
10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, maintain that shape. Pull your arms down. Do a push-up. Nice. We're going to go back to our down dog just for one more and talk about our shoulders. So I'm going to tuck and lift up. I want you to push the floor away so that you feel your shoulders touching your ears. Don't worry about your heels right now. They could be down, they could be up. I want you to think about your shoulders. Feel those shoulders on your ears. Now keep your elbows straight. Pull your shoulders out of your ears. Engage your lats. Push the floor away. This is where we are in our handstand. pull the floor down. That's where we are in an overhead press. One more time. Push the floor away, handstand. Pull down for a pull-up or a press. We're going to come to standing. So let's slowly make your way up. Grab a little sip if you'd like, and we'll stand.
Yes. Ankles. This is a little bit of our ankle practice, but again, a little bit more challenging perhaps than a stretch. But I do find that anytime I get to mobilize that joint with some light activity, things do start to feel a bit better. So we're going to integrate our crawl series here with our toe balance or our sissy squat progressions. For those who are new to join today, our sissy squat, don't do this quite yet. Hope I can do it okay. Sissy squat in its entirety could look again something
And
something like that. Maybe by the end, when I practice these skills to build up to that, I'll be able to perform that with a little bit more integrity. So we'll stand with our feet together in this straw, cramp up our glutes, and just like in our handstand, think this adduction tension pulling into center, and test your balance today by getting up onto your toes. Hang up there for 5, 4, 3, and then take 5 seconds with stiff knees to slowly lower to the floor. Did your knees bend? They just cracked, which means I had them bent. Cramp up again, and for one more time, up onto the toes, and hang out for 5, 4, 3, stiff knees, ribs down, core engaged, and down. For something different, try to find the balance on your heels. Lift the toes, lift the balls of your feet, and for again about 10 seconds, try not to move and find a balance on your heels, and then full feet. Take one more time, same thing, cramp up the glutes, pull the balls of the feet off the floor, including toes, transfer weight to the heels, and again, try to hang out for 5. Adding simple balance drills like this will heighten your handstand practice as it prepares your body for some change and relax. Crawl it.
Oh, we're gonna crawl. Excuse me. We'll start with our nice elephant. It's just such a great way to start.
Oh, those
Hinge.
hamstrings going.
Nice extension in that hinge of hammies. Walk yourself out again to that down dog position. Maybe you stay here. Maybe we make it a little bit more dynamic. Use your push away from the floor to prepare for handstands. So those shoulders should be touching your ears. And now taking a step with opposite hand and leg, trying to keep those knees straight. This is a nice pre-warm-up before we do our kick-ups. I'm lifting my leg up, keeping my knee straight, and placing it down gently. Trying to keep your heels down. Another 5, 3, 2, and then slowly, we hinge, so let's use our hinge to stand up. Excellent. Whew.
Toe squat interlude. Parallel feet. Let's find our tall position. Tippy toes. And for 3 to 5 repetitions, suck that energy together in your straw. Take your time and come down to our toe squat. And back up. Repeat. Balance aid as well. And we're only going as low as we have the confidence and strength to come back up. Repeat. Controlled descent. Slow for the win. Taking your time coming down. Up. Tension core. Back up. And I'm going to be done. And if you want one more, do it. But finish with integrity versus fatigue too much. Crawl it.
The lizard.
Lizarding.
Hinge to get back down there. This time, walk yourself out to your plank position or your high plank. Hands are under shoulders, feet are extended out behind you. All stay stationary, Ian might move. Shoulders pull down. Take your right foot, bring it up beside your right hand. Try to keep that back leg straight, maybe sink into that stretch a little bit. Brace, lift, switch. Lefty to lefty. Again, Sink into that a bit. Let that leg open up. Trying to keep your spine nice and long. Lift, brace, switch, up. So I'm letting my leg open from the hip. I'm doing a little bit of a push-up just to get into that hips a bit. Pushing back up and switching. Opening up. A little push-up.
Make up your own lizard.
And back. To come out of this, step your feet a little bit wider than hip width. Start walking your hands back so you end up into your low squat. Nice. Chest lifts. Pry open those hips. 3, 2,
Rushed it.
and up.
And up. Whew. Take our time to get to the floor one more time in that toe squat. Balls of feet. Slow descent down. Knees touch the floor.
This is awfully close.
We're close. Extend those hips.
I know I'm okay.
Cutesy, cutesy, cutesy. Okay. Sit back on your bum. Do you squeeze your bum in your handstand?
Yeah.
You should. You could. You
But
should.
if I over squeeze it,
Right.
it's tough balance.
Place your hands on your bum cheeks. Don't squeeze. This is squeezing your hand, right? Squeeze your bum cheek and feel it with your hand. For 5 seconds, here I am kind of pulsing my left bum cheek.
Yeah, I'm doing right, left.
3,
right,
2,
left.
1. Good. Okay. The other side. Does that work? Where do you feel that the most? The hip flexor in the front, the bum. For other skills, get those glutes going. They also help us in our handstand. From this position, cramp both glutes, brace your abs, and bring your hips through, and think about being in your beautiful handstand line here. Keep your arms low, bring your arms towards overhead, making sure we don't lift the rib cage. Continue your arms to your safe overhead, keeping your rib cage down. Bring your hands down, hinge on the hips. Once more. Think of squeezing the glutes, extending through. Straight line, ribs down, arms overhead. They could be soft on the elbows. You could shrug, but go as high as you can first without, and then shrug. When you bring the arms down, pull, return down, hinge, or return to seated. Final one, cramp your glutes, extend through the hips, wear your ribs down, arms towards overhead. See the visual distinction between a shrug and a depressed shoulder. Work your safe overhead, return to the front, and relax. From this position, can we tuck our toes, sit back, transition our weight, and up.
And descend.
And descend with control. That's a much better example, Lauren.
Thank you. We should do one more curl, and then let's play.
I'm in.
We've been in the crab lately.
The crab, working on that wrist extension.
Crabs.
Support from the shoulders.
Okay, shoulders down. I have my fingers facing away from me. Feet are planted. Start with just lifting your hips a little bit off the floor. Just start here. Taking a couple steps. Opposite hand and foot. I'm going backwards. Go backwards. Forwards. 3, 2. Now continue grabbing. But lift those hips up to your tabletop now. Squeeze your glutes. Lift them up. Can you step here? Step. Step. Grabbing a little side to side. Forward, back. Just for another 5.
Hips
Keep
higher.
those hips up. 2.
Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Triceps. Holy triceps. We talked about those triceps in the shoulder warm-up earlier. And don't forget the strength on the back of the body to help things on the front. We get time to play. Film your handstand. Send it to us. Film your handstand. Use it as a reference for yourself. We're going to take about a minute here and encourage you to just do your first little handstand practice for yourself. Check in with how it feels. Is the wrist okay taking load? Shoulders? If you don't feel safe doing any of those movements, please regress to the warm-ups. Condition your joints. Condition your joints. Spend some time with that. But let's play. Set an intention and play. What are you doing? Oh, you tripoded.
I'm playing.
So Lauren kicks up in a tripod. I step in. Here we go.
So whatever feels good. Just
Nice and
explore
light.
getting upside down. If it's your first time upside down, maybe don't kick as hard as Ian. Leaving that trailing leg behind you to always pull back.
Straighten those elbows. What feels great about your practice today? And what feels vulnerable? Check in with that. And what are you going to work towards? We'll get better there. One or two of my other foot. It's just my different foot. It's not my bad foot. And it's not yours either. Last one. There, we're always going to work on that T-spine extension. There you go. Woo. Nice.
That was a fun minute.
Shake that out. Take a second. How did that feel today? I, again, want to commit in my own practice to working on that T-spine mobility to really help my overhead. I did feel that on a couple of those repetitions. Had a request to also climb our walls. Please take your time. We're going to set up that box maybe just a little bit closer. Lauren and I will work in alternating fashion again. Pick one. If you're the beginner candidate, follow. We didn't really talk about that wall, and I'll do the box.
Sure.
Okay, so follow me for the beginner and follow Lauren for the more advanced versions. Who's first? Beginners.
Yeah.
Beginners first.
Or warm up. Or warm up. Or do. You'll need a couch.
Okay.
You probably have one.
So, using a prop, in our case here we have plyo box. It's about my knee height. Nothing too high.
A couch.
Nothing too high. We're set up in our planks position. My bum's gonna end up like right here.
Just
So
demonstrating.
just so you know, you can stay there.
No, it's okay.
Just, you know.
I'll
Okay.
move.
So toes on the edge, nice and slow. We're just trying to build that awareness and the mobility through the hamstrings to spend time upside down. I hope my bum is mostly in line with my shoulders.
It is when you push forward. Yeah.
I'm
timing
pressing
you.
up.
Timing you.
I'm going to look at the box. I'm going to look at my hands and just pick your favorite head position for now.
Keep holding that for maybe up to another 5 seconds is
Push
a full
away.
30.
3. Maybe I'm rushing my count.
3, 2, 2,
goodness.
2, 1.
And easy styles. Out. And take some time. It takes some time to get that blood in the appropriate places after that. As a rest interval, for those beginners, we're going to hang out in a 2-footed squat. So open up to a squat stance.
Are you putting time on the clock or are you going to pay
Yep.
attention?
So
Okay.
Lauren's climbing that wall. So for all you advanced handstanders, it's the same cues as Lauren was giving me. The hands are wide open in the floor. The shoulders are going to be shrugged up or pressing the floor away. Lauren's been in it again for just about 15 seconds. And we want to build our endurance towards 1 minute, but there's absolutely no rush. And why are we upside down? Lauren has 5 more seconds to go. Down on the wall with control and up out of that squat with control. Cartwheel, walk down,
Whew.
wiggle it out. So maybe Lauren will tell you why we're upside down like that and what we're trying to find. Practice. I'm going to go back, beginners, come on with me. Let's do our vault stand.
Hang out in our low squat. Why we're upside down? Well, 1, we're learning handstands. So that's a pretty good reason. And then 2, we're facing the wall. Yeah, your time has started. We're facing the wall to try to get a better handstand line. Instead of kicking up into the wall and being that banana shape, trying to keep that rib to hip connection. So you're slowly working yourself closer to the wall. Ian's alternating a leg. You have 10 more seconds to make it to 30. If you need to come down early, this is fine. 3, 2, we're up, you're down.
Whew.
Whew.
The tension upside down, pair that with some relaxation, whether that's in our squats or just standing. Take your time.
Ready?
Yep, whenever Lauren's ready. Absolutely no rush. I can see her hands, they're wide open. The roots are gripping the floor, grounding her pursuit upside down. And we're tucking hips and ribs. That's our 15-second mark. So we're working towards our 30 seconds again. And I'm cheating, I'm kind of not in my squat, so come join me in your squat if you could. And breathe. And 5 seconds.
Oh, sorry.
And down. Why are you sorry?
Oh, I fell out a little early.
Needed to come down, that's okay.
No, my weight just tipped.
That's okay too. Wall climbs, we could do more of those. We're gonna save some of that wrist extension and just really work on our kick-ups or our scissors again today. That was a really fun exercise that we had some success with last week. So I wanna replicate that again. To tall. Again, pick one of us and do those exercises with us and then chill with us in our squat pattern or our single leg balance in between. We'll perform this for maybe 3 rounds and finish with some core strength to really condition the core and prepare it for more handstands. Ready? Working on kick-ups. Kick-ups. You first? You just went first.
I
should.
You go.
Okay. Rest. Rest is super important. So my number again is going to be 8 to 10. I'm going to take off on a different leg each time, and I'm going to maintain my split. I'm going to maintain the split, not rushing my second leg up. If you're a beginner, I'm going to start low amplitude and increase it from there.
So always having that trailing leg will keep your weight going back to where you came from, making it a little safer both physically and mentally. Right now, if you're a little more experienced, maybe you get some hang time with that that leg out the back. And then maybe you bring them both together briefly and then control down. Last couple here. No rushing. There, that's a nicer line. Okay, well, he took that from a banana to a straddle very quickly.
That was fun. Sometimes just do it because it's fun. Work on that kick up, keep your split. I step into that. Lauren again works from her tripod. Find what works best for you. Tons of ways to do it.
How many did you do, like 10?
I did my 8 to 10. Yep. So here, I'm just gonna work on my single leg balance. I'm gonna bring echo. I'm gonna pull into the straw from my standing leg and push forward. Lauren's cool handstand. Yep.
Whew. 4.
That's great.
Felt good, so
yeah, finish on
putting
great
well
reps.
in head.
Finish on great reps. Check it out.
Sorry, you were following Ian. I just stood here watching.
That's okay. That's okay too. So work on that squat again. Nothing high volume. Just really think about the engagement of the body parts, the connection to the floor.
Your turn. Start kicking.
I want more rest. Continue to work on that split.
So thinking to stand yourself back up, pushing that floor away. Push yourself away from the floor. Nice.
Consolidate those steps. Everything intentional.
When I'm doing mine, I need to find a better consistent power of kick up. So I'm trying to find my right power.
Oh, see that banana shape. I know Lauren's gonna call me out on that. We're working on it. You and I are working on those skills. Check it out. Take the rest. I'm gonna go back to my single leg balance and just do 2 or 3 of my favorite new exercise, that Jane Fonda here. Pulling to center, knee over toe, cramp up tall. Repeat 1 or 2. Nice, nice. Other side.
Did you say?
No.
Oh.
I did say that.
Oh.
Pick a side, work both sides. Stick one
Wait a
side
second.
first, though. And up. We said about 3 rounds of that. Are you feeling okay for one more?
Yeah, I'll do one more.
Okay, so for one more round, it's the same idea here. We're really working on that kick up.
Also noticing here and taking this into your own handstand practice. You can go ahead if you'd like.
Oh, I want to hear tips. I want to hear pro tips.
Notice how much volume we're doing, right? We're not doing a ton of volume. We are and we aren't. We're going to do 3 sets of this. We did 2 sets of wall climbs, a couple of minutes of play. So we're not handstanding for 40 minutes straight.
My wrists can't
take it easy.
that.
Yeah, like I'm soon to be good for today.
Listen to the body.
I'm just going to sit and watch here. You can play it. This is nice for ankle mobility if that's what you'd like. Oh, you felt that. You felt me stare that toe down.
The toes. I've been really focusing on those toes.
And still pushing yourself up every time off the floor. Nice. And breathing. And we've done a lot of wall climbs, and not even enough yet. But we've done a lot of wall climbs to get to the point of finding that hang time. So if you're not finding that hang time, just climb the wall more and more. This is the new trick he's inventing right now.
I tried to get that foot to touch the floor.
Yeah, right.
Have fun in your practice, but as Lauren just said there, work on those requisites such as a wall climb. I'm going to hang out in my squat one more time. Or my split.
Right there?
No, I can move.
Well, that's good. You're just a giant, so.
Can you move? Stage is yours, Lauren. Almost. There we go. So.
Need to be center stage here.
Okay. Squeeze your bum. Okay.
30 in my head.
Amazing. 33.
Last year on my birthday, I did a 32-second handstand.
So this year,
I need 1 more second.
Coming up on 33.
Oh, now you know how old I am.
Ha! Do you have one more handstand in you? Maybe Lauren used a lot. I would recommend if you did what Lauren did just right there, you take a little more rest.
You just drop the mic and
As Lauren said, we try to work towards a safe maximum hold for our handstand. I would like to offer that to you at home for about a minute. If the wrists are okay with it, either spend time on a wall or in the center room and do 1 more set of your handstand. Find the appropriate skill progression for you. Maybe you're just working on your tripod kick up.
Maybe you're back to that couch exercise. You're back to climbing the wall. You're here.
Listen to your body. Let's work 1 more time in our handstand.
So 1 minute, then a little stretch at the end here. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Ready to go? You're resting?
Yeah. No, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'm just making sure they like and subscribe.
Let's go about 10 seconds here. Take a breath. Get your station set up. And maximum minute. And we'll be shy of it, and that's okay too.
Steady.
Steady. Go. I need to fix my banana. Oh, it's too hard. Okay, here we go. There we go. Darn it.
About 10 more seconds or so.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, sorry for what? I'm good. I want to find those extra 10 seconds,
Oh.
but we're going to save that for another
Keep
day.
finishing up if you're having fun for maybe another 5 or so seconds.
Yep.
And then we'll sit.
Yeah.
I have some fun things we could do
So
here.
full disclosure, that was a lot of work for me today on my wrists. So we want to do a small dose of those exercises, as Lauren said, to maintain the integrity, strength, and give the small parts of your bodies enough time to catch up to your strong core. Like
Ready?
this
A
one
little
right
core
here.
to finish up here.
Holy cow, I know what's coming here.
Yeah. Sitting tall, toes pointed because we're doing handstands. Hands lightly in front of you, chest lifted. 3, 2, keep your legs straight, lift it. Hold it. 5, 4, think about pulling it into its socket. 3, don't let it go. Draw 3 circles clockwise. Draw 3 circles counterclockwise.
Oh my goodness.
Lift it up, place it down.
Don't do that.
Don't dump. Ready? Other leg. 2, 1. 5-second hold. 3, 2, 3 clockwise. 3 counterclockwise. Lift. Down. Maybe do that again with single legs. Maybe we try double.
I'm going to go singles.
3, 2, lift. Hold. Circles. Circles. Lift. Down. Just a second. Give us double legs some time. One last core activity here. Here we go. 3, 2, up. Hold. Circle. Circle. Lift. Ah, I'm toasted. Oh.
Wiggle that out. Whew. So that is our crawl and handstand practice. Thank you so much for joining today's session.
I feel great.
I feel worked. I am a little bit sweaty.
And it's a beauty day.
Ready for the day. What are you up to today? Maybe not any handstands outside today, but
We're going to
whatever.
go for a cruise.
Do it. We're going to do something different.
Bicycle.
Use our bikes. Enjoy the outside. So this is Saturday. Next Saturday, join us again for a similar practice for handstands. We do look forward to offering a live handstand class through the week, maybe on a Wednesday.
A Wednesday, I think we said.
Wednesdays
Stay tuned
at
to your
4:30.
email.
Give us your email if you are not on our list. We will love to send you updated
You can
schedule
subscribe on our
weekly.
website.
Subscribe on our website, barsandbells.com. Visit our YouTube channel. Thumb it, like it, hit it wherever that is. Subscribe. Tell your friends.
Email us if you have any questions.
And we want to see you again in class.
Simple exercises.
Simple exercises.
To feel strong.
Take care.
Thanks for coming to Bars and Bells. Thanks for coming to Bars and Bells.